kind of dark in here. It's kind of dark. Kind of dark. Let's bring the light over a little more. Light on, light off. Okay, so here we go. The first of many. I'm going to divide this up into doable videos. Going through the Christmas collection. Ho, 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 ho. At the time of this, it's July, and there's a special Christmas in July thing going on. So, let's lift it up. These are the Christmas books I've created in the past couple years. That's way too many books to look at all at once. So I'm going to do my first grouping of books and put these aside. Must have muscles. Must have muscles. All right, lifting these up to where, Deb? Over here. Down. And they're in order. I don't want to mess that up. All right, so let's get right into it. Now, many people have seen my coloring now, as opposed to, what's the date? 2016. So for people who watched me color and share what I've picked up along the way, we're going to take a look at just how badly I colored in the very beginning in 2016. This is called the D. McDonald Designs Adults and Children Holiday Coloring Book, White Backgrounds 1. It was the only one, actually. And I thought it might go more, but it didn't. These books, the whole set, were designed to actually put on a holiday table, so they all match. So how pretty is that? Even if you never open the book up, it looks festive. All right, let's get right into it. This is before I started doing the look inside the book, because the books are available on Amazon, Deborah L. McDonald, and it will take you to my author page. Real easy to find. So this is very early on, very different than how I do things now. And let's just take a look. I will pause every so often because this is big, so we're going to keep flipping. So we have snowmen, we have activities. This is so not what I do now. It just isn't, and a lot of it's colored and hideously colored. I did get out my white Prisma pencil and started trying to fix the hideousness, which I will be showing some before and afters, what you could do if you go back over time and say, really, I mean, this is really loud. It's really loud. I was really into markers at the time, and I really didn't know what I was doing with them either, before I could figure out what a pencil was for. And now, so long later, I'm using crayons, but to a whole new level. This is just horrible. I am going to work on fixing that. I'm going to get the pencils out. Pencil will color over marker after it gets a chance to dry, so I'm going to try it. But it's an interesting book. I would not call this high-end art. This is just fun Christmas. These are lots and lots of people gave me names to put on presents. Names also that rarely appear on gift tags. Wreaths, ornaments, from simple to not. The Christmas tree with swirling stars, again, hideously colored. Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, depending on, what floats your boat. A wild, crazy, small tree. Look at this. I had no idea what I was doing. So sometimes I really do just play in my books. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I got out my You're Not Your Ordinary crayon and put the green in, because this is another example of I really had no idea what I was doing then. But I enjoyed it. Peace on earth, joy to the world. My oldest daughter at this time had told me that I really color for CRAP or worse. And she was right. Look at this. What was I thinking? I will be working on this because I know now I can do a better job, even with just the background. Okay, I did put some white in there. That's not as bad. But I really just this. I know I can make her look better now. I know I've improved over the years, and I am going to revisit this book probably over the holidays. I know I can do much more now with this. So, I always suggest that you go back over things you colored long ago and open it up and take a look. I know I could even do, this was just sort of fun. He was just crazy Christmas Santa all over the place. Time to do the untangle, as we do, unless you like me and I just leave my lights and my tree up, I'm done. really awful. I mean, it's, I just, what was I thinking? Candy canes? That sure is red, Deb. Yeah, it is. Okay, the outlining wasn't bad. I was better off with the outlining. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, yep, yep. I can really make this look better now, which is kind of a neat thing. I will take these books to when I do my grandma days and say, look at this. But I know now how to make this better. I can do a better job. And that's kind of a neat lesson to say, even us old people can practice, grow, and make things better. Oh, I can do better. I know I can do better. Yes. Um, I'm looking back at Deb a long ago and shaking my head and going, "You can do better, honey. Let's try it again." And I will. All right. Then we go landscape. Share the love. Merry Christmas. Just a simple oval with more. Then there are cards that you can just fold in half. And my book starts to come apart because I think I took one page out to show and to make sure that you really could fold these in half and have cute little cards on black. The reason why you put cardstock behind what you're doing, so that if you're using marker, it doesn't bleed through. Yeah, I forgot. I do that. You also want to put cardstock behind where I back now in black, because if you're pressing really hard, like I tend to do, you actually will get some ink from the back page lift off. So you just always just want to put a piece of paper behind what you're working on. Better safe than sorry. And I have been doing that since I realized, why do I have this shadow from I went, oh, I'm pressing so hard. I pushed the ink from the back page right into the next page. Because when I push, I really push. All right, now these you usually find in the front of my book now. So this was before I came up with, why don't you put the smalls in front for the Amazon shoppers? Then I don't do this anymore, but there's a lot of other books and sample pages of what is in these books. Um, well, maybe, some, no, that's a lot of work. It's not going to happen. I was thinking of someday just putting together a book of what's in the books. Yeah, so you can pick and choose. But put all the little ones inside them. Oh, thank goodness. I hear an airplane flying. I hope they're spraying for mosquitoes. I live just outside New Orleans, and we've had quite a bit of rain. And I turned this into a binder to put Christmas notes in there. Yeah, I can do that. All right, on to the next book. D. McDonald Designs Adults and Children Holiday Coloring Book, Black Backgrounds 1. And there is a second copy of this. There's the thickness of this book. I didn't show the thickness of this one. All right. Oh, and I should pause for just a little bit because we're changing to a new book. So I'm going to lift this up, stop for a minute in case you're scrolling and going, well, I really like to see what's in this book, not that book. So give it a second, give it a second. We'll look at the back. There we go. The back has the little pictures. Before Amazon and CreateSpace went to Kindle Direct, and I've now lost the ability to put little pictures on. So you just get something cute on the back. It's the back of the book. Gets dragged all over the place. All right, so we have a wreath. This is all black backgrounds. Everything is done in black. They are not all the same at all. I went through and went, okay, he's in here, but not in the other book. If it was a real favorite, it will show up. If it's something that I just think should be colored or should be offered, then it may be a duplication. But chances are, if I really, really liked it, so would anyone else. What was I thinking there? Just playing, I guess. You don't have to be talented to enjoy coloring. I really had a good time doing this, even though it's hideous. It's really ugly, Deb. It's really ugly. But it's okay. And I am going to come back and I don't know, maybe I just leave it alone so that my grandchildren could go, you really did get better over time. Yeah, maybe just leave it be, Deb. Don't go back and fix it. Because they're all under 6. So over the years, if I should continue to exist, I will be able. I won't tell you how many there are, but I had to count it twice to get the number of presents right. So there's a little bit of activity going on in here. All the black backgrounds are very child friendly and grown up friendly. Oh wow, I was really into colorful. Now this one, he may show up and even to this day, I add him now and then because he's just one of my favorite designs that I came up with. I just love him. He's a round, tubby, uh, pipey. He's cute, and so is that tree. Okay, I'll say this isn't so bad, but some of the stuff I really colored hideously. Merry Christmas. There's an angel. This little angel would like your help with words that begin with snow. Words that begin with snow. Snow pants, snow shoes, snow shovel. Snow. All right, we're looking at Black Backgrounds, book 1. I'm only going to be doing this and then stop, and then hopefully, I don't know. I'm going to try to get through all the Christmas books. Then we go to some cards to fold. They're in the back so that people can feel comfortable just taking it out. A razor blade really works very nicely. If you should have a sharp X-Acto knife, but my knives tend to get used way too much. Other books by, once again, I no longer put these in books because they just are taking up valuable space. And if anyone should ever want to have a book look through, if I haven't done it somewhere, I'm always happy to say, here, I'll flip up somewhere and give you a look. Cute. This also was standard in many of my books. You are never too old to color or learn. Oh, I'm living proof of that one. We have a 77-year-old woman who drove through a gas station today. So she's never too old to learn that she needs to take better care because she wiped out 7 people. Yes, she did. They all went to the hospital because they were just shopping in the big convenience gas station store. You never know what's coming for you. Never know. That's part of the Benjamin Button's movie. So true. D. McDonald Designs, adults and children, holiday coloring book, Black Backgrounds, number 2. Book 2. So here we're going to take a look at book 2, which is, I'm going to pause for a few minutes, not really, a few seconds. So anybody who's scrolling through and says, okay, we saw this one, I didn't really want that one, I was more interested in this one, can now move the slide bar and find me going through this book. We're going to do all of the Holly books, really, from a long time ago. What year? 2016. All right, so there it is. Front, thickness, the back, very festive. I don't know what's really in here. I haven't paged through this in years now. Okay, so let's take a look. We're ready. We have it. People can find it. They know where to slide. I took long enough, I think. We'll take a few more seconds because I really do things fast. Yeah, I think I hear the sprayer guys. Kill those little pesky mosquitoes. I don't like getting bit by anything. I really don't. Nothing. Okay, beginning of the book. Once again, this is before I start putting the little look inside feature in. These are my very beginning. And I really have made improvements in my designs, and I have made some total and complete jumps in my coloring. So once again, you're going to get a look at, before I started, look at this. Wow, with the lime green going on there. Whoa. All right, I really can color better. She's not too bad. It's going to be hard not to try to fix them up. Maybe I'll save it, and during the holidays, as my grandkids get older, bring these books over and say, okay, what can I watch me fix this? Little at a time. And not all of them, because that's, and then that way they'll get to have them and they can show their children and then the great, 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 great grandchildren that, live and learn and practice and we get better. These are horizontal. I don't do that anymore. Now, if I have horizontal layout, I put them all in the back. It makes sense. I also, most of my books are now front to halfway through, and then in the back we start and work toward the front because it's just so much nicer because you're not fighting the curve. It's easy in the beginning to color in the book, but as you get towards the back, it gets difficult. And so I came up with, there's got to be a solution to this. There has to be, and that was it. In the center, it usually either you get two blank black pages, and that means go to the back, work your way to the front, or now I'm actually letting people know, hello, you are now in the center of the book. Go to the back and work your way to the front. I guess I thought she'd look good in blue. Oh, her eyes are unbelievably horrible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have gotten a little better. I have. What was I thinking with the markers? And I now very rarely use a marker. Probably a good thing. This would look really good if I tone it down with some pencil. There's a busy one. You can either go little, or color right smack over the designs. Time to do the untangle. That was in the white backgrounds, but now here it is featured in the black. So some of these do appear in the big white backgrounds book. Some would not have worked in the white backgrounds book. Therefore, they got their own book. Okay, it's a little obnoxious, but not too bad. Not too bad. Wow, really was into bright colors. And a lot of people do still like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Wow, a lot of red stripes going on there, Deb. I have to grade my own work. That's a little tough. We have the stockings on the back, black. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. Me, for me. Yeah, my own, me. To and from. Dearest Angels, little poem. Then we get into the Christmas cards on the black, which just simply fold. Nice and simple, even, for young kids to do and say, here, I made you a card. That's really nice. All right, now we have some gift tags. To and from gift tags. The stocking. We have the angel with the peace symbol. To and from. And in this angel design, down under her arm, that should actually be swirls. I didn't catch it until I bought the book and started coloring and said, something's not right here. And it isn't easy to figure it out. But after you do a couple of her, you go, something's not right. And then I went, oh, and I understand why I got it wrong. No, this time it's okay because that's the heart in the background. No, her wings would be in the background. Yeah, it's a good, what's wrong with this? Yeah, it'll give you some conversation. And here she is again. So you get a lot of opportunities to go, her wings really should be here. Yep, it should be. Her wings are wrong. Wrong. From and to, a great big one, like if you have a giant present, a big box, maybe a bicycle, these would be good to hang on something big. And they're in the back, so they can easily be cut out, removed, and you can still keep the full-size pages in the book. Then there's some little extras because they're just cute. I believe these are extras. Not totally sure because I can't remember this far back from the beginning. Then again, the look inside the book, features of other books that I no longer do. That was in all the books until about last year. I quit. The cover for the white, and then some of the samples of the white. May your days be merry and bright. A sample from Fabulous Florals, which someone made a negative comment on a review, and please give reviews, even if they're negative. Sometimes I feel like getting a negative review and reading it. The comment was, and I thought, wow, you are a nasty human being, whoever you are to have written. They're not that fabulous. Wow. Is there not a nice way of being critical and just a cruel? How cruel. People, don't be cruel. Just don't be cruel. what is that? If you can't say something nice, just give it 1 star or say I wouldn't buy it again. Whatever. Put some colored pages on that were just so god awful that they were just god awful. Yeah. Or my favorite thing is if you really hated the book, stick it in the toilet, take a picture, and we'll all get the idea that you didn't care for it. But art and food is all, one person will love Taco Bell and another person, you can't make them eat Taco Bell. That's right. Some people will eat spam. Some say, I will not eat a sardine. Sorry, I'm not eating a sardine. Some people love them. It's okay. And what appeals to one person to color or to play with or to craft is not something other people will get into. Speaking of crafting, I was going to put my kitties in, but I'll be doing a live on making the kitty cat toilet paper tubes and just some fun Christmas crafting things. Yeah. Also, I have a whole lot of a handmade holiday books to show you how to make the ornaments. All right, this one. What is the name of the book? We didn't wait. D. McDonald Designs have a handmade holiday coloring book. Oh, this is the very beginning of Have a Handmade. And this is before this is the first. How is that not running into Have a Handmade Holiday Coloring Book? Oh, I may just have found them. I'm gonna have to check and see if this is. I think I have something of the same title. I need to look at that. Where's the hand? I hope I put one on it. I did. That's what's. Yeah. Okay. This should be okay. Just caught that mistake because last year I did all kinds of Have a Handmade Holiday because this was very popular. This was a big selling book. Let's take a look at it. It's not real big. Nope. No name on the spine. Nope. Little examples or samples of what you can do, what I did, how I colored them to make them. And this book is all about cutting it apart, taking it apart, removing, you just keep cracking this. You can peel this baby off pretty easily with some work. And if you can't give it to a 3-year-old, I guarantee you a 3-year-old will be able to get this cover off real quick. They're really good at dismantling. So there is this little black and white photo thing of taking from the beginning and step by step how I make my ornaments because I back them on cardstock and then I back them on cardboard. And then we get right into it. And it'll even say cut line, the big, heavy, fat line, you cut in the inside of that and it turns out really nice. I have been crafting for a long time. I'm 61 years old at the time of this. And so I know the little itty bitty things that make it easier, like a cut line, so that you know where you're going. These would be single-sided. In my newest Have a Handmade Holiday, I give you this, and then I flipped it so that you could literally go page 1, page 2, take it apart, and they fit together so that you have 2-sided ornaments. It took me that many years to figure out, how do I do that with my technology? How do I flip it? It wasn't that hard. When I figured it out, I went, oh, wow, that was pretty easy to do, Deb. But it like anything, takes time. First time a child jumps on that bike without training wheels, they don't normally stay up, do they? No, that's one of their first big falls. That's yep, get back up, son. Get back up, daughter. I know it hurts, but you can do it. You just have to learn how to hold that steering wheel and work it. And then we have the gift tags. More gift tags. These are adorable. So 4 of the candy cane house. This does appear in the Handmade Holidays. Some of the really pretty ones I did put into the newer books just because they were so adorable. Angel, I think she appears in the Angels book. Have a sweet, now we're into Christmas cards. Have a sweet holiday. A little snowman and the house combined. Let's get flaky. I like that one. Let's get flaky. I'm not seeing comments. I don't know if I just still haven't figured out the commenting thing. So I'm not ignoring anyone, but I am on a mission. Because I didn't count. I don't like to count It's, but we're still looking at Christmas cards. And it says, have some coloring fun. The following are the designs used for ornaments, tags, and cards. As coloring pages, feel free to make copies and create little coloring books to give as gifts. Oh, yeah, here you go. You have just take it apart, go have them reproduced, and have some Christmas coloring parties. Just set the mood. That's fun. So it's an assortment to really share with others. The Let's Get Flaky Big, he's adorable with the snowflakes, tree and a cat, owl, stocking, trees, just pages to just take out of the book. Go have, I suggest you just go to some place that prints. It's a lot more economical. Their paper, their ink, and it turns out really good. And their ink is probably better than the ink you're using in your printer. Unless it's a laser printer, black ink only. And they're not that expensive. I bought one and I'm happy with it because it saves me going. I don't leave often. I had to go out today. That was horrendous. All right, so 23rd of September 2016 was about the date of publication or close to it because I get usually the first copies because I buy them right away. I buy my own books. That's right, and I color in them. All right, so that was the very first Have a Handmade Holiday, very popular selling little book. I could see why. That one wasn't bad. To be honest with you, didn't see a lot colored in here because I have another copy. All right, this book I think is totally cool. It is priced very reasonably because I want people to buy this book and give it as gifts. And I will tell you something right now. Do not think you can use a Sharpie on here. It's a paint marker. And be careful. Let it dry. Be slow. But the whole idea is it's called D. McDonald Designs Holiday Coloring Book 4. And you put the person's name in the stocking. And if you aren't good at printing, get someone who can for baby cakes, for little John, for Buster, for Kathy, for Sue, for whoever. You put their name on the front cover, and I think that is personalized fun. And obviously, I couldn't publish, that was my answer to how do I get to do a personalized thing? So here is the thickness of this book. It's gift size. I believe it's $6.95, and that's a pretty good deal for art, for a gift. Nice price. 2, and there's a space, so you can put the name in again. Wishing you the best Christmas ever from, and then that's where the gift giver. Hey, this came around last. I truly believe that this is the best stuff because I thought about it. Went, what would I want to give as a gift? Well, I want what I think were my best coloring designs at the time. So there's not a whole lot of hoo-ha in this. It starts off right away because it's a Christmas coloring book gift. A wonderful gift to give. Well, school-age kids have forever off, and they have the whole Christmas week from Christmas to New Year's just about everywhere. So that's a really good time for them to start and then pack it away and bring it out year after year. Or I always like to kick off the holidays, Thanksgiving, and then we just have a something planned for just about every night. And it might be just let's color a page, let's make an ornament, something that just gets everyone in the family involved in the festive celebration of the holiday season. And once a year, it's wonderful to just have an extended theme party, family gathering, friends. If you have school-age kids, wonderful to say, you know what, we're all going to meet at our house, and I'm going to have crayons ready, and crayons and cheap pencil. Wow, they work really good. Please watch some of my videos where I walk you all through that. So you don't have to spend a lot. You just have to know what you're doing. So I think this is an adorable book. It is black backgrounds, white backgrounds, and I honestly think it is just some of the best that I came up with at this time, back in 2016. Yeah, here's the angel with the mistake. That's a really good. What's not right here? Because most people won't figure it out. And then you look at it and you go, wait a minute. Her wings would be behind her crooks of her arms there. We have the, wow, that's going to take some time. It is. But easy and not. My favorite, he's in here. Be cool. Celebrate our differences. What makes you different from me? Yeah. And we're going to celebrate them. Some of them may be good and some of them may be not so good. And let's talk about our strengths, and let's be open and honest about our weaknesses, because that's a really healthy way of approaching life, to be able to say, here are my weaknesses. These are the things I'm not good at doing. This is, what might irk me, irk people. And this is what might make people smile. Actually, I was in a hospital today in the waiting room doing the go along thing. And I was telling people, I was talking to everybody, I do. And I said something about, my kids don't want me to be so outgoing and this and that. And, the people in the room said, oh, don't ever change. That was really one of the greatest compliments I've ever gotten without digging for one. They said, don't ever change. I said, well, people say that even if they met me in the Walmart parking lot, I'm someone they don't ever forget. And they said, we can see that. Yeah. Just, you meet me in person and you're like, I'm different. I'm different. I'm that different scoop of ice cream altogether that you go, I don't know what that was, but that sure was different. Maybe you won't want it every day. But, the fact that you ate it once was that was pretty cool. All right, so then there are also cards back here. Happy coloring to all, and to all a good night. That's the one I put all those stripes on. Now I know how to do snow, so I could make this very nice. The sad story of this book is it took me about 2 years to finally send this book to my youngest daughter, who's a grown-up with children, to my Katie, because I was using it as an example, and I finally mailed it. I sure did. I mailed it to Paradise, California, and in November of 2018, Paradise, California burned to the ground, and so did the copy of her book, along with quite a few other books and her letter jacket and this, that, and things that, yeah, they got out with their lives and they were very thankful for that. However, wow, going through a loss like that, it sticks with you forever. That's to lose it all, to have it all go up in flames. And it affects not only the person who was happy to get her book finally with her name on it and her letter jacket and all this other stuff, even though she's, pushing 30, it's still things that we, maybe we shouldn't treasure things, but we do. We're humans. We like our little, this means a lot to me stuff, but it is hard. And so if you or someone has gone through tornadoes, natural disasters, catastrophic loss, please be kind to them. And you may not be able to understand or relate, but it is really tough. It is emotionally a tough thing to lose. It's tough to lose a human. It's tough to lose all your stuff too. All right, so that's what we've gone through. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I will be back because we have a lot of other books, but I'm taking a break. And please share. Oh, and don't forget, on YouTube, the subscribe button somewhere is important. I will come back with a link later. It takes a couple minutes for this to process. And then I will put a link that will get you to my Amazon Spot, the author page. And from there, you can just click around. And there's places where you can also go publication date. That will weed it through. Or priced low to high, which is really good. That's how you'll easily find the $6.95 book. Anything else I might have put on sale and forgot. However, click around and look at all the options that you're given, and don't be afraid too much. That's how we learn, trying new things. All right, I'm going to hold that up and end the stream and stop speaking.